Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you remember last video, we talked about the differences between the fashions in Bratz Forever Diamonds and the dolls that it was based on. And now we're going to be ranking those fashions. So we have some criteria for how we're going to rank these fashions. First is going to be faithfulness to the dolls. Are they accurate, or do they do whatever they want, or are there even any dolls that they're inspired by? The second is game execution. How does it look in the game? Are they missing some details? Did they add some much needed details? Do they look like hot garbage? And now let's talk about our tiers. So our S tier is we're the girls with a passion for fashion. Our A tier is give it some gratitude. Our B tier is turn up the heat. Our C tier is let 'em go barefoot. Our D tier is like whatever. And our F tier is mother of pink. So let's get on with the ranking. Our first line that we're going to be discussing is high school refresh, which is what it's known as in the game. So that's what I'm talking about it here. Overall faithfulness to the dolls, other than the outfits being swapped and not worn together, I don't really actually mind that. I mean, even though Chloe's wearing different shoes than what her doll wears, and then Katya's two outfits are mix and match, which, you know what, your doll could be mix and match too, so it's okay. And then the shoes also being a platform. But you know what? That's a small thing. So overall, I think that faithfulness to the dolls, high school refresh, gets an A. Give it some gratitude. In terms of game execution, they did a really good job showing the layering of Chloe's top, and then her pattern on her skirt is really spot on. Jade's tank top, well, I guess it's Yasmin's tank top, but the one that Jade wears is not like the exact same thing, but they tend to have tighter clothes in the Bratz universe. And then like the colors and the styles, and you can definitely tell that that's what it is. So game execution is A, giving high school refresh overall an A. And feeling pretty, there's like mostly everything is the exact same except for just the red detailing on Jade's top. So just by first glance, you can definitely tell that that's what it is. And then there's like some small differences like the flowers on Sasha and Yasmin's top, but they're not major differences. So overall faithfulness to the dolls, feeling pretty gets an A. And in terms of game execution, these are really well designed. Like Chloe's skirt looks really good. The pants that Jade wears with like the pockets and stuff, it's very detailed. And then Sasha's pants with all of the intricate designs is so good. And then even Yasmin's skirt and just how nice that one looks. And then the stitch detailing on her shirt. So feeling pretty stays at A for game execution, giving it an overall ranking of A. I'm not going to be talking about the fashion packs, so I'm going to skip on to high school. So there's a lot of color variations between the dolls and the actual outfits in the game on this one. Mainly Katya's skirt and then Yasmin's whole outfit. So I got half of mine to give it a ranking of B, turn up the heat for faithfulness to the dolls. However, the game execution of this, honestly, I really like them. They look nice, especially Chloe's outfit. It looks really good. And then I actually really prefer the black skirt with the red top that Katya has instead. And I prefer the design of Jade's shirt. But even the skirt that comes with her outfit looks really, really, really good. And although I prefer the colors of Yasmin's doll better, the skirt is really well made in the game. So I would give it an A on game execution, but overall it's going to have to stay in B. Turn up the heat. Now on to Tricked Out. And I could not stop raving about this line. Everything about it is absolutely perfect. Like, all of the details are there. All of the little details are there too. It looks exactly like these outfits. I'm so glad that we're in a place in Bratz history where we can like go back and see all these things and actually notice that this is what the outfits are meant to be like based on. So even though it's a combination of like two twins packs and even one that was like unreleased, it's flawless. Like the faithfulness to the dolls is automatically an S tier. And then in terms of game execution, I mean, even though the jackets are supposed to be leather instead of like hoodies, I think they kind of had to probably work with like models that they already had, especially from like the previous game, like in Rock Angels. But the red pants that they have that goes with the red twin from the 7th edition of Aaron Kasara, they knocked that out of the park. So honestly, Tricked Out stays at S tier. We're the girls with a passion for fashion. Now Rodeo, there are some slight differences with Rodeo, like Chloe's pink skirt and then Yasmin's pants. But overall, faithfulness, I think I need to give it a B, but a high B. But in terms of game execution, I'm not gonna lie, that pink skirt is my favorite skirt of the whole game, and it looks really good. Like, all 4 outfits look really good. So I think that would put Rodeo at a low A, give it some gratitude. Now, Hollywood style, I also raved about this one. The only difference was Phoebe's dress in terms of faithfulness to the dolls. So unfortunately, I don't think that I can rank it any higher than an A for that. However, in terms of game execution, it's an S tier all the way because it's just so pretty. So because of that, Hollywood gets bumped up to a high A and give it some gratitude. I'm a little disappointed with Passion for Fashion Wave 1 now that I know what I know, because in terms of faithfulness to the dolls, you can kind of see, other than Sasha's dress, I guess, like the inspiration, but it's very lacking. So unfortunately, in faithfulness to the dolls, Passion for Fashion is going to have to be at B, turn up some heat. And also game execution, it's not that great either. I mean, I like the dresses in the game better than I like them on the dolls, but I like Chloe's doll outfit better than what's in the game. I mean, it's really cute though, and it looked good whenever I put Jade in it, but overall, Passion for Fashion is also getting a B, turn up the heat. Now, Play Sports really surprised me, honestly, just in like the accuracy, especially with the prototype Jade, like from the unreleased Wave 4 one. So in terms of faithfulness to the dolls, Play Sports honestly goes up in S tier. Now, even though the quality is super good, in game execution, I wish there would have been a little bit more variety with the tops, mainly in like the style. So instead of them all being t-shirts, like have them be tank tops if they're tank tops. But other than that, they look really good. But in game execution, I would say an A, but that makes it a high A, coming up here with Hollywood, and give it some gratitude. Costume Party is the same way, how they have like the unreleased Ashley, but in terms of faithfulness to the dolls, it's pretty high up there, other than like a couple of little details, like Yasmin's wings and then the sleeves on Leela's witch outfit. So in faithfulness to the dolls, Costume Party gets an A, and then in game execution, they look really good. Like, there are some cute outfits. They're not like super wearable, just around everywhere, but they are adorable, and I love them for the first fashion show. And so that also gives them an A for game execution, putting it above Rodeo. Princess also really surprised me with the accuracy and faithfulness to the dolls, like especially Fiona's skirt. I didn't realize that was supposed to be lace until I did this, so I'm very impressed, and I never even noticed like the denim detail until doing that video either. But even the pillowy softness of like Fiona's jacket, and then like the lace detailing on the jeans, and then realizing that that's Jade's second outfit tank top blew my mind, especially with like the details on her jeans. And then Yasmin's whole outfit, like Princess is S tier. So in game execution, honestly, Princess knocks that out of the park. I wish there were a little more outfits, but the outfits that we got in this version of Princess really kills it. Like, they chose some good ones. And they're wearable, and they look super good whenever you do it in Chloe's task. So Princess can stay in S tier. We're the girls with a passion for fashion. Sweet Dreams also really surprised me, especially whenever I found out that Felicia's outfit is a dress with a top over it and not a top and a skirt. But even coming down to the little details, like Sierra's like hearts on her top, and then the skirt detailing, and then like the little strawberry on the belt, it's overall like super accurate and really cute. So Sweet Dreams can come up here and join Tricked Out and Princess in S tier. But in game execution, they look really good, especially Sierra's outfit. Like, you can definitely tell there's layers and what goes together, and you can definitely tell that these come straight from the dolls. So Sweet Dreams can stay up here in S tier. We're the girls with the passion for fashion. Genie Magic might surprise you, like my opinions on it, and also like what I think is faithfulness to the dolls and then execution in game. Because Jade's second outfit, very faithful. It's got a couple little extra details, but it makes it work. And then the details that the doll does have, the PS2 also has. Same with Megan's top and her pants. And then Sasha's top and skirt. So you can definitely tell, if you do some investigation, whose stuff is whose, which means that the faithfulness to the dolls is really good. Because of the little added details, I guess it's not like super faithful. So it kind of puts it at an A. But the game execution of it, I love Sasha's top and skirt better in the game than I do on the doll. And I also love Megan's top in the game better than on the doll. And just the little added details of things, like they look so good. And so honestly, in terms of game execution, Genie Magic is an S tier, which just puts it right underneath Play Sports and under High School Refresh. To make it a high A, give it some gratitude. On Ice or Ice Champions, I was a little disappointed with whenever I went through it, even though I really like wearing that line. I think it's really, really, really cute, but I'm trying to be objective in my rankings of these. And so unfortunately, in terms of faithfulness to the dolls, just from all the things that I found, On Ice is a B tier turn up the heat, and I cannot physically allow myself to rank any of these lower than that. So B tier it is, which just shows you how good the fashions are in this game. Game execution of these, because of the inaccuracies, I'm gonna have to keep it at a B tier, turn up the heat. I mean, I really like them, especially now that I've realized that Vanessa's skirt is ribbons or whatever. But the fact that they used Yasmin's skirt for the other skirt blueprints, not great, but I understand it was 2006. And then color inaccuracies and stuff. So in terms of game execution, it's also just going to stay at a B. Now, there's another one on here that I didn't talk about in the difference between video, because there's not a doll line that goes with it, and that's Bratz Couture. So we have no information on what Bratz Couture is actually based off of. Haven't got a clue. I don't know why, but still. So unfortunately, because of that, since there's no faithfulness to the dolls or even artwork or anything, that would put Bratz Couture at a D tier, whatever. However, we're also doing game execution. The game execution of these outfits are pretty cute. I mean, they're adorable. I like the little pink off the shoulder thing. There's that outfit that looks like Sheridan's Forever Diamonds outfit. There's that black sweater that's really cute. We wear the line in the final fashion show for the sponsors items, and the jewelry's not bad. So I would give it a B tier overall, which puts it at C tier in the middle of those two. Let them go barefoot. And our final fashion line of the game is the Diamondz line. So in terms of faithfulness to the dolls, because of the discrepancies of the letters, the words on the tank tops, which is really the only difference, Diamondz is going to be an A tier. But because of the execution in the game, because they look phenomenal, the details that they have on there, they just look beautiful. I wish we could wear them in any other game that's not Girls Really Rock, just out and about. I hate that. It really pisses me off. For game execution, I really want to give it an S tier, but because we don't get to see it other than in the dressing room and on the runway, I feel comfortable with giving it a high A for execution, which puts it right underneath Feeling Pretty, kind of in the middle of the A tier-ish for Give It Some Gratitude. Okay, so currently this is our ranking. In the S tier, we have Tricked Out, Princess, and Sweet Dreams. In the A tier, we have Hollywood, Play Sports, Genie Magic, High School Refresh, Feeling Pretty, Diamondz, Costume Party, and Rodeo. In the B tier, we have High School, Passion for Fashion, and On Ice. And in the C tier, we have Bratz Couture. Okay, so once again, I did a bracket, and I did leave out Bratz Couture in this bracket just because it was easier to do with 14 than 15, and I thought if we left any of them out, it would be Bratz Couture. But it would also be on the bottom anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So here's our ranking. Again, in order, it's Tricked Out, Princess, Sweet Dreams, Hollywood, Play Sports, Genie Magic, High School Refresh, Feeling Pretty, Diamondz, Costume Party, Rodeo, High School, Bachelor Fashion, and On Ice. So this is where I can be super opinionated, because this is how I show you which one is the best in Forever Diamonds, just in general. So here we have our number one spot, and it's Tricked Out, and it's against the it's going to be against whoever the winner is of 3 and 14. So 3 is Sweet Dreams and 14 is On Ice. And between those two, Sweet Dreams. So with 4 and 13, Hollywood and Passion for Fashion, Hollywood is the winner. Between 5 and 12, which is Play Sports and High School, that's going to be Play Sports, which might surprise you, honestly, but I really like it. I really like the Play Sports line in this game. It's very vibrant, and I think it's very pretty. So between 6 and 11, which is Genie Magic and Rodeo, this is also going to surprise you, but it's going to be Genie Magic. I think it's so pretty, and I wish I didn't only get to wear it in New York because it's really nice. And honestly, that pink skirt is one of the only things that I truly want to wear constantly in Rodeo. Between 7 and 10, which is High School Refresh and Costume Party, it's gonna be High School Refresh. Might surprise you over Costume Party, but High School Refresh is that girl. You start the game with her, she's really cute. Honestly, it kind of hurts me to change Chloe out of it because she just looks so good in it. And between 8 and 9, which is Feeling Pretty and Diamondz, this should come as no surprise, but it's going to be Diamondz. So between Tricked Out and Sweet Dreams, who do we think is going to win probably Tricked Out, which was really, it made me really sad just because I love Sweet Dreams so much. It's honestly, it's my number 2, but because it's my number 2, I had to pick my number 1, which is Tricked Out. And then between Hollywood and Play Sports, it is going to be Hollywood. As much as I like the vibrancy of Play Sports, Hollywood is just so glam and chic. And honestly, even though I don't really need to wear it, I wear it all the time. So, but between Genie Magic and High School Refresh, because those ones probably both surprised you in their little things, but who's going to surprise you the most now? It's going to be High School Refresh. High School Refresh. Yes, yes, yes. And then in between Diamondz and, our number 2, Princess. Oops. Who do we think is going to win? Because this one was painful. But because we wear it more, it's going to be Princess. I wish I could pick Diamondz, but because my only instance of it wearing it outside of the fashion show is from Girls Really Rock, unfortunately, it's going to have to be Princess. Between Tricked Out and Hollywood, this one was hard, but it was kind of a no-brainer. It's going to be Tricked Out. And between High School Refresh and Princess, honestly, this one wasn't that hard. It's Princess. And then between Tricked Out and Princess, it's going to be Tricked Out because Tricked Out is that girl always. So Tricked Out is the best line in Bratz for Diamondz, but the best 2 lines are Tricked Out and Princess. So let me know down below if you agree with my ranking and if you agree with my bracket, and also which fashion line from Bratz Forever Diamondz you think is your favorite. And if you want to check out my difference between for Bratz Forever Diamondz or even Bratz Rock Angels, stick around till the end of the video and I'll recommend you that playlist. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.